There is a world that exists behind the images we are often shown. It is a world far removed from the clamor of cities and the noise of human affairs. This is a land of ancient whispers and profound silences. A place where nature, in its most resilient and splendid forms, holds dominion. We are told stories about this corner of the world, stories of its people and its past. But there is another story, one written not in ink, but in the contours of the land itself. It is a story of mountains that touch the heavens, of deserts that stretch into infinity, and of forests that breathe with the memory of millennia. This is Iran, and its greatest secrets are not found in palaces or texts, but in the wild heart of its landscapes. To truly understand this place, one must first learn to listen. To listen to the wind as it sweeps across vast plateaus, carrying tales from distant peaks. To listen to the trickle of water, a sound more precious than gold in the arid expanse. It requires a different kind of seeing, a patience to look beyond the immediate and perceive the subtle dramas unfolding in the wilderness. The headlines speak of one reality, but the earth speaks of another. Here, life has found ways to thrive in the most unlikely of places, carving out an existence against formidable odds. It is a testament to the enduring power of the natural world, a power that shapes and defines this often misunderstood nation. Our journey begins not with a map of cities, but with a map of ecosystems. We seek the hidden corners, the places where human footprints are few, and the tracks of wild creatures are many. This is a quest to unveil a beauty that has remained largely unseen by the outside world. It is an invitation to step into a realm of staggering scale and quiet majesty, to witness the dance of light and shadow on landscapes forged by time itself. The air here feels different. It is charged with a sense of immense antiquity, a feeling that you are a visitor in a world that has its own ancient rhythms and its own profound unspoken laws. We must travel slowly, with reverence, for every vista holds a story. Every creature we might encounter is a character in a grand ongoing epic. This is not a journey of conquest, but one of discovery. A discovery of the surprising biodiversity that flourishes in the shadow of towering mountains and within the depths of primordial forests. It is an exploration of the Iran that exists beyond our preconceptions, a wild and elemental kingdom waiting to be revealed. We leave behind the familiar and step into a world of awe, ready to be astonished by the hidden wonders that lie in wait. Our journey takes us north towards a formidable barrier of rock that separates the Caspian Sea from the Central Plateau. These are the Alborz Mountains. They rise from the earth like the spine of some colossal, sleeping beast. Their peaks, jagged and snow-capped for much of the year, pierce the deep blue of the sky. The air grows thin here, and the world below seems to fall away into a distant haze. The wind is a constant companion, a powerful, shaping force that has sculpted these mountains over countless ages. It howls through narrow passes and whispers across exposed ridges, its voice a symphony of raw, untamed power. As we ascend, the landscape transforms. The gentle slopes give way to sheer cliffs and precipitous drops. The light here is different, sharper and more brilliant than in the lowlands. It catches the edges of the rock, turning them to silver and gold in the morning sun. In the afternoon, long shadows stretch like fingers across the valleys, creating a dramatic interplay of light and dark. This is a world of immense scale, a place that can make any human feel small and insignificant. Yet, it is not devoid of life. One must simply know where to look and how to wait. Patience is the key to unlocking the secrets of these high places. Life in the Alborz is a story of adaptation and endurance. Small, hardy plants cling to life in the crevices of the rock, their roots seeking out the smallest pockets of soil. Their flowers, when they bloom, are a startling splash of color against the muted tones of the stone. They are a reminder that even in the harshest of environments, beauty can find a way to flourish. Here and there, a lone juniper tree stands sentinel, its twisted branches a testament to its long battle with the wind and the cold. Each one is a living sculpture, a monument to resilience. This is the domain of the wild goat, the ibex. We wait, concealed amongst the rocks, as the sun begins to set. The wind softens to a murmur, and then they appear. Moving with an agility that defies belief, a small herd materializes on a seemingly impossible cliff face. They are masters of this vertical world, their hooves finding purchase where there appears to be none. They move with a quiet confidence, their powerful forms silhouetted against the dying light. It is a moment of pure magic, a glimpse into a life lived on the very edge of the world, in this kingdom of stone and sky. Descending from the stark beauty of the Alborz, we enter another world entirely. Nestled along the southern coast of the Caspian Sea, a dense band of green clings to the mountain slopes. These are the Hyrcanian forests. They are not just a collection of trees, they are a living museum, a relic from a much older time. These forests have survived ice ages, their lineage stretching back millions of years. To step beneath their canopy is to step into the past. The air becomes cool and moist, thick with the scent of damp earth, decaying leaves, and the sweet perfume of unseen blossoms. A profound quiet descends, broken only by the drip of water and the rustle of life in the undergrowth. The light filters down in shifting patterns, creating a dappled world of green and gold. Giant beech, oak, and ironwood trees form a dense canopy overhead, their branches intertwined like the vaulted ceiling of a great cathedral. Moss grows thick on their trunks, soft and green like velvet. Ferns unfurl their delicate fronds from the forest floor, creating a lush carpet that muffles every footstep. This is a world teeming with life, much of it hidden from immediate view. A sense of mystery pervades the air, a feeling that you are being watched by countless unseen eyes. This ancient woodland is a crucial sanctuary. It is a place of refuge for species that have disappeared from much of the rest of the region. The sound of water is ever present. Small streams, fed by the mountain snows, weave their way through the forest, their clear waters tumbling over moss-covered stones. The sound is a gentle murmur, the lifeblood of this vibrant ecosystem. These streams create corridors of movement for many of the forest's inhabitants and provide a vital source of hydration in the warmer months. The entire forest seems to breathe in a slow, ancient rhythm, a rhythm set by the cycle of water and light. We move quietly, trying not to disturb the delicate balance of this place. A flash of iridescent blue reveals a kingfisher darting along a stream. The call of a woodpecker echoes through the trees, a rhythmic drumming that is part of the forest's natural percussion. Every sound, every movement, is part of a complex web of life that has been woven over millennia. This is more than just a forest. It is a sanctuary, a precious remnant of a primeval world. To be here is a privilege, a chance to witness a chapter of Earth's history that is still being written. Within the deep shadows of the Hyrcanian forest, a master of stealth holds its territory. It is a creature of legend, a whisper in the woods, the Persian leopard. This is one of the largest and most powerful leopard subspecies, yet it moves through its world with the grace of a phantom. To see one is a matter of immense fortune and extraordinary patience. We set our hopes not on a direct encounter, but on finding the signs it leaves behind. A footprint in the soft mud by a stream, a deep scratch mark on the trunk of a tree. These are the clues that tell us we are in the presence of greatness. The forest at dusk is a different place. The familiar sounds of the day give way to the calls of nocturnal creatures. The air grows cooler, and the shadows lengthen and merge, erasing the clear lines of the landscape. This is the leopard's time. It is now that it begins its silent patrol. Its coat, a stunning rosette pattern of gold and black, provides the perfect camouflage, allowing it to melt into the dappled light and shadow of the undergrowth. It is an apex predator, the undisputed ruler of this domain, and its presence shapes the behavior of every other animal in the forest. We wait near a clearing, a place where deer and wild boar are known to graze. The minutes stretch into hours. The silence is profound, broken only by the chirping of crickets and the distant hoot of an owl. There is a tension in the air, a sense of anticipation. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig, makes the heart beat faster. Is it the wind? Or is it something more? The leopard's greatest weapon is its patience, and to have any chance of glimpsing it, we must learn to match it. We become part of the forest, still and silent observers in the unfolding drama of the night. And then, a flicker of movement. For a fleeting moment, a shape detaches itself from the shadows at the edge of the clearing. It is low to the ground, powerful and utterly silent. It is not a clear view, just a suggestion of form, a muscular shoulder, the curve of a long tail. Then, as quickly as it appeared, it is gone, swallowed by the darkness once more. There is no sound, no grand display, just a brief, breathtaking glimpse. It is enough. The whisper has been given form, and the mystery of the forest feels deeper and more profound than ever before. We leave the damp green world of the forest behind and journey south, into the heart of the Iranian plateau. Before us lies an entirely different kingdom, the Dasht-e the Great Salt Desert. It is a landscape stripped to its absolute essence. Under the immense empty sky, the earth stretches out in a vast, shimmering expanse of salt and sun-baked mud. From a high vantage point, it looks like a frozen sea, its surface cracked and buckled into a mesmerizing mosaic of hexagonal plates. The silence here is absolute, a physical presence that presses in on you, broken only by the sound of the wind. This is a place of extremes. In summer, the heat is ferocious, radiating up from the ground in shimmering waves that distort the horizon. There is no shade, no shelter from the relentless sun. The ground itself is a treacherous mixture of soft, sinking mud and razor-sharp salt crystals. To travel here is to enter a world that seems hostile to life itself. The wind is a constant artist, sculpting the landscape, carrying fine particles of salt and sand, and creating a perpetual, desolate whisper. It is the only voice in this vast, empty cathedral of nature. Yet, even here, there is a strange and stark beauty. At dawn and dusk, the low sun transforms the salt flats into a canvas of incredible color. The white surface reflects the sky, turning shades of pink, orange, and deep purple. The long shadows accentuate the intricate patterns of the cracked earth, creating a scene of breathtaking, abstract art. It feels like walking on another planet. It is a landscape that challenges our perceptions of beauty, teaching us to find it not in abundance, but in simplicity, in form, and in the pure, unfiltered power of the elements. This desert is not entirely still. The intense heat creates mirages, shimmering illusions of water that dance on the horizon, beckoning and then disappearing. These phantom lakes are a powerful reminder of the desert's deceptive nature. They speak of the desperate need for water in this arid world. As night falls, the temperature plummets, and the sky reveals its own spectacle. With no light pollution, the stars are almost overwhelmingly bright, a dense canopy of diamonds scattered across a black velvet cloth. The Milky Way arches from horizon to horizon, a celestial river mirroring the salt sea below. In the seemingly barren plains bordering the Great Salt Desert, one of the rarest and fastest animals on Earth makes its home, the Asiatic cheetah. This is not the cheetah of the African savanna. It's a paler, leaner, and perhaps even more resilient creature. Its continued existence in this harsh landscape is nothing short of a miracle. To find it, we must travel to the vast protected areas where the last of its kind roam. This is a search for a ghost, a fleet-footed spirit of the plains, a symbol of a wildness that is perilously close to disappearing forever. The landscape here is a mix of semi-arid plains, low hills, and sparse vegetation. It's a world of subtle colors, the pale gold of dry grasses, the dusty green of hardy shrubs, the muted red of the earth. The cheetah is perfectly adapted to this environment. Its pale, tawny coat provides excellent camouflage, allowing it to blend seamlessly into the landscape. We scan the horizon with binoculars, searching for the telltale sign, the distinctive silhouette of a cheetah perched on a low rise, using the high ground to survey its territory for prey, like gazelles and wild sheep. Patience is everything. Days can pass with no sign. The sun beats down, and the wind blows dust into our eyes. But the search itself is a form of connection with this land. We begin to notice the smaller details. The tracks of a desert fox, the burrow of a jerboa, the way the light changes on the distant hills throughout the day. We are learning the language of the desert, a language of patience and observation. The cheetah exists within this world, not separate from it. And to find it, we must first begin to understand its home on an intimate level. Then, the moment arrives. A female and her cubs. They are relaxed, resting in the shade of a small acacia tree. The mother is alert, her head raised, constantly scanning the surroundings. The cubs are more carefree, tumbling and playing, practicing the skills they will one day need to survive. It is an incredibly intimate and precious scene. We watch from a great distance, careful not to disturb them. To see this family, this tiny beacon of hope for a critically endangered species, thriving in this vast emptiness, is a profoundly moving experience. It is a powerful reminder of what is at stake, and of the incredible beauty that still persists in the wildest corners of our planet. Our journey turns westward, to another of Iran's great mountain ranges, the Zagros. These mountains feel older, more weathered than the sharp peaks of the Alborz. Their long, parallel ridges and deep valleys march across the landscape for over 1,000 kilometers. This is a range shaped as much by water as by rock. For millennia, rivers have carved their way through the limestone, creating spectacular gorges and canyons. The sound of running water is a constant, soothing companion here, a stark contrast to the silence of the central deserts. It is the heartbeat of these mountains. The slopes of the Zagros are home to ancient oak forests, though they are more open and scattered than the dense woods of the north. These forests have been intertwined with human life for thousands of years, providing shelter and sustenance. In spring, the spaces between the trees are carpeted with a breathtaking display of wildflowers. Anemones, tulips, and fritillaries create a riot of color, a fleeting but glorious celebration of life. This is the home of the Persian squirrel, a flash of reddish fur and bushy tail, darting up an oak trunk. The air is alive with the buzz of bees and the songs of birds. This range is also a refuge for some of Iran's most iconic yet elusive wildlife. The brown bear roams these forests, foraging for acorns and berries. The striped hyena, a creature of the night, patrols the lower slopes. And deep within the most remote valleys, there are whispers of the wolf. Seeing these animals requires luck, but their presence is felt everywhere. It is in the overturned stone where a bear has searched for insects, in the tracks left in the mud by a watering hole, in the distant howl that echoes through the valleys on a moonlit night. But the true spirit of the Zagros is perhaps best felt in its sheer, monumental geology. In the deep canyons, the rock walls rise for hundreds of meters, their layers telling a story that spans millions of years. We stand at the bottom of a gorge, the river rushing past our feet, and look up at the towering cliffs. The scale is immense, humbling. The sunlight barely reaches the canyon floor, creating a cool, shaded world. One feels a sense of deep time here, a connection to the immense geological forces that have shaped our planet. These mountains are not just a place. They are a living record of Earth's long and dramatic history. Our final destination takes us to the far south, to the shores of the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. Here, an extraordinary thing happens. The arid desert landscape of the interior collides directly with the turquoise waters of the sea. It is a meeting of two worlds, a place of stark and stunning contrasts. Barren, sun-scorched mountains plunge directly into the warm tropical ocean. There are no gentle transitions, no soft green coastal plains. It's a dramatic, abrupt, and utterly beautiful frontier between land and water. The coastline is a wonderland of geological formations. Wind and water have eroded the soft rock into fantastical shapes. We explore sea caves that echo with the sound of the waves, and walk through narrow canyons carved by flash floods that rush down from the mountains. The colors are astonishing. The rock strata are exposed in bands of red, yellow, and brown, contrasting sharply with the deep blue of the sea. It is a landscape that feels elemental, a place where the creative and destructive forces of nature are on full, magnificent display. This unique coastal environment is home to surprising and resilient ecosystems. Mangrove forests, known locally as the Hara forests, thrive in the saltwater estuaries. These remarkable trees have adapted to live in an environment that would be toxic to most other plants. Their tangled roots form a dense, protective nursery for fish, crabs, and shrimp. We paddle a small boat through the silent, winding channels. The only sounds are the gentle dip of the paddle and the calls of wading birds, herons, egrets, and spoonbills that stalk their prey in the shallows. As the sun sets over the gulf, the sky and water are set ablaze with color. Dolphins are often seen playing in the calm evening waters, their sleek bodies arching gracefully through the waves. This region is also a critical nesting ground for sea turtles, who have been returning to these same beaches for millennia to lay their eggs. Watching a female turtle laboriously haul herself up the beach under the light of the moon is to witness an ancient and sacred ritual. It is a powerful end to our journey, a reminder of the unbroken cycles of life that connect the land, the sea, and the sky in this hidden corner of the world. We have traveled across a land of astonishing diversity, from the snow-capped peaks of the Alborz to the salt-encrusted heart of the Dashti Kavir. We have walked through ancient forests that breathe with the memory of ice ages, and stood on coastlines where the desert tumbles into the sea. We have caught fleeting glimpses of its most secret inhabitants: the phantom leopard, the fleet-footed cheetah, the sure-footed ibex. We have witnessed a side of Iran that rarely makes the headlines, a world of profound silence, immense scale, and breathtaking natural beauty. This is a story written in the language of the earth itself. This journey has been one of revelation. It has peeled back the layers of misconception to reveal a natural realm of incredible richness and resilience. In the harshest of deserts, we found life. In the highest mountains, we found grace. In the deepest forests, we found mystery. Each landscape offered its own lesson in endurance, adaptation, and the enduring power of nature. The wind that whispers through the canyons and the water that carves the rock are telling a story far older and more universal than any human conflict or political boundary. It is a story of survival and beauty. To truly know a place, one must experience its wilderness. It is in these wild spaces that the true character of a land is revealed. Iran's natural heritage is a treasure of global importance, a sanctuary for rare species, and a living library of geological and evolutionary history. But like so many wild places on our planet, it is fragile. The ghost of the plains, the Asiatic cheetah, and the phantom of the forest, the Persian leopard, are powerful symbols of this fragility. Their survival depends on our ability to see beyond the familiar narratives and appreciate the value of this unseen world. The awe and wonder we have felt on this journey are not easily put into words. It is the feeling of standing on a mountain summit and seeing the world unfold beneath you. It is the thrill of seeing a rare creature in its natural home. It is the peace that comes from sitting in a silent desert under a canopy of stars. These are the moments that change us, that broaden our understanding of the world and our place within it. Iran, the land of hidden beauty, holds countless such moments, waiting for anyone willing to look and to listen with an open heart.